John Foster. I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of Aiqudo. We are a white label voice services platform. Voice is it's going to be the next platform shift here. It'll be on par with the web and mobile in terms of how it changes how we interact with our technology. For retailers in particular, voice is, we think, going to become the primary consumer UI, and I think the behavioral shifts that we'll see here are going to be similar to what we saw in mobile, right? At a point in time, you used to sparingly use your mobile phone, and then after a while, I would sit in front of my desktop phone and use my mobile. You change your behavior. You'll see voice transactions and voice commerce in particular taking place all over the place. I think you'll see a lot happening in the car that you just would not expect to happen right now, right? You can just think of what you need to do and buy it, and this is really the promise for commerce and for retail, is this frictionless idea of think it and buy it, right? This is Amazon's entire proposition with the Echo, is put a device close enough to you that whenever you can think of something that you need to buy, you can just say it. That's exactly what Amazon is after, and that's what we think the promise for voice is in retail. The other thing that's often overlooked here is that voice is really going to be the front door to AI. Voice transactions are going to be so fluid and so just sort of natural and easy that now there's going to be this proliferation of voice commands, all of which should be feeding your AI. And the big challenge and the big question for retailers is whose brand's going to win, right? If we think back to the days of search, disintermediation was the thing, right? Google was collecting all the traffic, and now Amazon for retail is collecting all the traffic. That's exactly what voice, the threat to voice is for retailers is, are your customers going to start their voice search with Amazon or with Google? If you're Uber or Lyft and your user says, hey Alexa, get me a ride to the airport, you're in a bad spot, right? That's exactly what we're looking to help you retailers avoid here by enabling your voice brand in a white label way. So we started the company just about 2.5 years ago, venture-backed. We have offices in San Jose and in Belfast in Northern Ireland. Our team in Belfast is our AI team. It's an acqui-hire that we did. They've been around for about 12 years doing semantic understanding, and so they have a very, very sophisticated and mature voice AI platform that allows them to understand very short commands in a natural language sort of way. Here in Campbell, we have mobile OS expertise, and the glue that holds this together is the search expertise that we have. All the founders of the company come from the search space. My co-founder was a Googler. This is a search problem. What did the user mean to say, and how do you go find a response to that? That's a search problem. It's not a voice recognition problem. This is very much a search problem. And we've deployed this with Motorola. We're live in 12 markets globally. We power their Hello Moto voice assistant platform, and we're in 7 languages. One of the capabilities of our voice platform is because it's statistically based rather than grammar based, we're able to very rapidly add multiple languages. And so we went from English only when we started negotiations with Motorola, and in 4.5 months we were in 7 languages to launch with. Our platform focuses on a couple principal things. One is, on the left-hand side, there's all these new entry points for voice searches. Voice commands are going to come from all over the place, and the whole idea is to be able to capture those where they are, understand the user intent. So that's the first issue here is voice has to be intuitive, it has to be natural. You can't require a user to learn the syntax, they just won't do it. And so wide variations of commands, I need to get to the airport, I need a car to the airport, I need a ride to the airport. All of those should just work, and they should find the right action that you prefer. And so on the right-hand side, our platform is focused on where's the right place. Now we've understood the user intent in whatever manner they express it. Where do we go to execute that action? And we started with mobile apps because we thought that was the high utility place for consumers. We're on our phones all the time. We know exactly what our apps do. And so now the only thing users had to do was think up a command, right? How do I get my Uber app to do what I want it to do? So that's what we focused on. We've since expanded to, we can do cloud services, we can do what we call system actions. So if it's a phone, it's turn on my hotspot. If it's in your car, it's roll up the windows, turn on the air conditioning, whatever like that. An action is an action to us. Our action index tells us where do we go look to execute that action. So once we've understood the user's intent, Now we focus on executing that action in whatever device is appropriate to the consumer for that particular command. We are multilingual, like I said, globally deployed. One of the key things that we do have here as well is a voice graph. And like the knowledge graphs that people have for data search, the voice graph is unique. People will query things differently. The queries will come from different places. They'll come in all kinds of different forms, and that's really the voice graph that we're tracking here. So unique things about our platform, it is white label, right? And this is I think the big challenge for retailers in particular is how do you define your brand in voice? You definitely want your users to say, hey Walmart, and not hey Alexa, right? This is that direct relationship that you've invested a lot in building with your consumers through your mobile app. We're leveraging that, right? Rather than create a voice skill, which is some new thing on some new platform that consumers have to learn how to use, and you have to go and create a new UI basically to your back end. And by the way, it's going to be very limited when it's voice only. Your mobile app already does all kinds of things that your consumers engage with and use every day, and connects to all your back end services. You have very predictable outcomes from your mobile app. You've invested a lot in making that app useful for you and for your consumers. We leverage all that investment by adding a voice UI layer onto that mobile app so that your consumers can just jump quickly to the action in their app, in your app, and do what they want to do. And this is what voice is going to be really focused on and why we focus on voice to action is voice is action oriented. You want to do something, right? These queries about, tell me about how tall the Eiffel Tower is and so on like that, we don't care about that. That's not our interest. We're focused on helping your consumers get right to the action they want to get to. And then, like I said, the voice graph is really going to assist retailers to drive that deeper personalization and that deeper relationship with your consumers, create a stickier experience, understanding their preferences, understanding where they care to transact, when, what kind of devices or vehicles they're in at the time, how do you make that user experience better for them? That's what the voice graph is telling us. Quickly on the platform, so we have, because we're focused on user intent, we've built this extensive AI platform that allows us to understand user intent. And commands are difficult, right? As a kind of linguistic challenge, commands are typically 2 or 3 words, maybe 3 or 4 words. That's a difficult challenge linguistically to understand what's the user mean. So that's where our deep experience in our AI platform really comes in. Actionable knowledge is domains, right? Movies. Users want to know what was the last Tom Cruise movie. This is the deep knowledge that we think of in a search sense of different domains that we know about. Tools of machine learning, and then personalization. Which apps do your users prefer? What are other apps that your user might prefer? And then some other pieces around conversation and session management and dialogue, and then of course the voice graph. And then we've done, a number of different implementations of our platform for different use cases. Mobile, we're deployed with Motorola, as I said. Mobile apps, we're doing voice deployments in mobile apps. Cloud, it's not an issue to do an API call to a cloud. Everybody can do that. That's kind of table stakes in voice at this point. The IoT and smart TV, the idea that your users right now, if you're a cable operator, your users are watching, they're engaged with your media programming, and they're doing stuff on the phone. We're integrating both of those experiences together by bringing your mobile apps into your world of whatever you're engaged with. And it's the same experience then on the car. All of your mobile apps available to you through the head unit of the car, and a personalized experience that's curated by the auto manufacturer. And then IP, we've got a number of applications and patents filed and granted here. It's a pretty open space, and we're doing novel innovation.